Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning and happy Saturday. Hope you had a nice week so far. Today, shaping up pretty good out there. All things considered, look at those mid-70s coming back in here in the valley. Mostly clear skies, few patchy upper level clouds, no concern there. Siskiyou, Modoc County, we're going to be seeing a lot of those mid to upper 60s creeping on into the forecast there. Eastern mountains, we'll call it about lower 60s out there for our highs today. Taking a look at the big picture high forecast here, fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center. Look at those 60s along the coast, pretty nice out there. You see those 70s in some of the inland portions of Humboldt County. Western Siskiyou County, a good few of us in those lower elevations could easily see those 70s creeping on in here in due time through this afternoon. In the valley, there are those mid to upper 70s. And then you head out towards the eastern mountains, Modoc County. There are those kind of lower to mid 60s, otherwise just doing fantastic. I don't see any issues here for today at all for your outdoor plans. Taking a look at the future cast, we do see those rain chances as promised, ticking up a little bit over tomorrow and into Monday, though. We do have that kind of funnel of moisture kind of pushing into the coast as we head through tomorrow morning. And again, notice it's a little bit of a mini fire hose almost kind of pushing in to Del Norte County, Humboldt County, Western Siskiyou County, and Trinity County. And for much of the day, we're going to be talking west of I-5. But I do think by the time we're heading through the evening, we'll start seeing those rain showers, maybe even a locally heavy downpour or two pushing out towards much of Shasta County, the valley, central Siskiyou County. Snow levels really pretty high with this, so I'm not expecting a lot of that on that front there. And then as we head through the next really 5 to 7 days, we don't see a lot much in the way of rain chances, a lot more in the way of rain chances for a while, right? So as we head through Tuesday, we do see a little bit of that system clip in Del Norte County. Really minuscule amount, though. We're not going to be talking a widespread washout there. We actually see a similar thing happen a couple days later as we head through Tuesday or Thursday morning, rather. Notice it just barely clips this portion of the area, your usual suspect of Del Norte County, but just not enough to make a huge difference, right? For most of us, and I really do mean most of us, we stay dry after Monday or so. So I do think we have a pretty dry pattern coming up for the next 5 or so days. We do see another system kind of swinging in here, but it looks like it's kind of in its secondary occluding phase as we head towards the weekend, so a little bit less moisture is likely. Notice by the time we're heading through that time frame, it's still off to the west a bit, so I don't know, a lot could change in that time, right? That's still 7-8 days out, so I don't want to get too specific on that. What we need to focus on, though, is the next 7 days itself, which, of course, like I mentioned, just not a lot of rainfall here. Here's today through Thursday, so that kind of catches both of those little tiny scraping systems that we see up in the north. Del Norte County, you're talking, I would say, 1.5 inches, maybe a couple inches in spots. Humboldt County, widespread 1 to 1.5 inches out here. Then as you head out towards the Trinity Alps and east, you start to talk 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch out there, and some of us maybe not even getting that. So we really are talking those lower and lower rain chances here as we head into this first and second week of April. So that's what we have to look forward to there. Let's take a look at the 7-day outlook. Notice there, that first portion of the week there, that's what we're talking about with those rain chances still lingering a little bit. Today, of course, is fantastic. That temporary cool down does kind of reset us a little bit with those pushes of moisture there. And along the coast, remember what I just mentioned there, up there in Del Norte County, maybe portions of Humboldt County, those clipping systems might bring you a chance of some rain there Tuesday and Thursday. But I really do want to emphasize that we're really only talking Del Norte County. We're talking Humboldt County, and we're talking right there up along the coast for Tuesday and Thursday. Like I said, most of us will be just fine, especially as you head further east than about. I would say the Humboldt reserves out there, Trinity Alps, you're not going to be seeing much Tuesday and Thursday at all. For most of us inland out there in Trinity County, Weaverville, great week. Temperatures getting back to the upper 60s and lower 70s out there. Out here in Mount Shasta City, second half of the day and into Monday, that's whenever we're going to be seeing that rain move back in. Again, as you head further east than the coast, that's whenever you start to see second half of the day issues for the rainfall here. Then the rest of the week looks just fantastic. Recovering those temperatures really pretty quickly. Those 50s turn to 60s, turn to 70s in due time here through much of Siskiyou County, Alturas and Modoc County as well through the second half of the week there, and out towards the eastern mountains with those lower 70s returning by the time we're heading through Thursday and into Friday. Let's take a look at Redding. Redding is a pretty good cross-section of the valley. A lot of us can expect this from Redding all the way down Chico, all the way down to Red Bluff. Through the second half of Sunday, through the second half of tomorrow, that is, you saw those showers kind of moving in. Monday, yeah, I think we'll have some showers linger in there. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rest of the week, warmer temperatures coming back in here, at least compared to the next couple of days. Spring doing us a lot of favors in that respect.